you had a repair on this job, hey?
Yeah, so we've got a small dam catchment, water catchment. It's not so much a dam, we don't use it as a water point, but when we get heavy rain, we catch the water, slow it down and shed it. And it sits on a long bywash. And what happened, we had a rainfall event. It was actually Christmas night a couple of years ago, and it filled and bywashed and then came down in such a hurry with the other water and straight into the contour bank here.
Right.
And blew the wall out.
This was early on.
Yeah, it was like the first year after we put it all in place.
Yeah.
So Boxing Day I was on the excavator because we had more rain forecast, so I put in between the dam bywash and this contour bank, I put a level contour bank, still both ends.
Okay.
So it caught, slowed the velocity and shed both ends.
Right. Yeah.
And we haven't had any problems since.
Cool. So that may have been like maybe a 1 metre vertical drop between the banks to start with, and now you put one in the middle, which makes it only a 50 centimetre before you slow it down.
Yeah.
Cool. And the repair on the bank, we can't even see where it is now. So
no, the cattle have been up walking along it.
Yeah, they can't keep them off those banks as long as you build them high enough to start with. What did you...
Yes. When I did the repair on that bank, I put the excavator through the entire thing and increased the height on the bank, because after all that rainfall it settled.
Yes.
Cattle and livestock compaction settled the bank, so I had to increase the height. So I went through and took another 2 inches or so out of the floor of the catchment in front of it.
What did you get, another 25, 30 centimetres height or more?
Yeah, probably a bit more, because it's exaggerated on top rather than spread out. So yeah, and compaction on that. So
that's quite like you would have worked Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And then did you get it all done in the one day? Or?
No, all I did at Boxing Day was dig out and put the contour bank in with the level spreader each end.
Yeah.
And did the repair on it, so it'd hold up through. And then as soon as it dried out, we come back through and did that repair.
Right. Yeah. So there's a fair bit of maintenance there, isn't there, to make it work?
Yeah, there's ongoing maintenance, and it's like. When you have a problem like that, if you've got something like concentrated water, you don't know until an event. Everything's planned and designed, but until you get an event to see exactly what happens,
yes,
then you can actually treat to go, okay, we need to put something in here to catch it and halve it and spread it.
That's a really good message, I think, is to not go, oh, that's a fail, that was a real waste of money or whatever. It's like, no, this is like what needs to be done to make it work is another little bit of, and now it looks like it's working really well.
Yeah, it worked absolutely like a champ. I mean, it was terrible on Boxing Day because the ground was so wet, so soft, but it worked an absolute treat. I haven't even put a machine up there to redo that. It's worked so well the first time.
That's
but
good.
just one little treatment, it's not like even a fix. It's just to go, okay, this is what it's doing now. This is and a solution to go. This is how, and just a small solution.
Adaptive.
Yeah.
And this being a sodic subsoil, when things are that sloppy, well, that wet, it's going to be really sloppy, and it'll only take a tiny little bit of a tunnelling of a root or something to bust a wall out.